I don't believe that Colin Kaepernick ever came out and said that he was anti-American or anti the American flag or the United States or any of that shit. He didn't. I never heard him saying anything about him being anti anything. Instead, what I seen and heard from him was that he was very, very much so pro peace and pro liberation and pro for the rights of our, disenfranchised people, the young and black African American men and women who were being brutalized by the hands of law enforcement and with seemingly little to no consequences. If you are aware of Colin Kaepernick's peaceful protest and what he's been trying to do as far as taking the knee, if you are aware of what he was trying to do and you have an understanding of what he was doing and you're still in full support of the NFL and you still buying tickets, you still rocking the jerseys, you still going to the games, you still got the league pass. I don't even know if it's the league pass or the clan bundle package, whatever that shit is. What the NFL basically said in so many words is this: we don't give a fuck about the disenfranchised people. We don't give a fuck about these young African American boys and girls who are victims by the hands of police. We don't care. I feel like in the near far future, what we are seeing happening in the NFL right now with Colin Kaepernick, we will be seeing in the NBA as well. And we've seen little skits and scats of it, certain players speaking out on certain issues. Soccer players was taking the knee. I seen one video where like a grocery store, the clerks in the grocery store was taking knees. Everybody was taking a knee just because it actually started to become a little, I don't want to say it in a negative way, but it kind of started to become overdone in a way, to the point where it was like, all right, I see everybody taking a knee, but what I don't see is any effective changes happening in the communities that we're taking the knees for. He was taking that knee for black people, for the struggle and the plight of black people and all of the atrocities that were going on, basically towards our people. So all of these motherfuckers I see taking the knee, we appreciate it, and God bless you. But can y'all please take a bus or a plane to these neighborhoods and, actually start putting y'all money behind the movement like Colin Kaepernick did? You know what I'm saying? I seen your man in Harlem and all that. Like, he really was moving around. But why is Donald Trump, what's wrong with this motherfucker now? Like, seriously, I don't even have much jokes about this dude. Because like I said, I'm kind of past the joking phase. I'm dumbfounded by this country. Like, at this point, I'm really just waking up every day, looking at the news. I did a couple of videos about this whole NFL, NBA, the sports leagues. And my ultimate solution, I feel like, obviously it's not something that we could do overnight. But ultimately, we should be looking at the creation of our own sports leagues, or I'm not even sure how to roll out, how do you even roll something like that out? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the NFL has been established for for a century. Like I said, to prove, we all know that there's NFL team owners who've had conversations. Of course they have. I wouldn't be surprised if all 32 of these motherfuckers wasn't on, a conference call with Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? They probably all did have something to do with it. I do believe it was more than colluding. I believe it was blackballing outright, because you're not going to tell me. And like I said, I'm not the biggest NFL fan. I don't know much about the sport, but I do know this: Colin Kaepernick is a marquee talent at this point. He's a big brand talent. His name alone should be enough to attract. And what NFL team owner wouldn't want somebody who's going to bring that amount of interest to their team? He's become the face of a national movement. So the fact that he hasn't even gotten one offer from any team, I do believe that it was blackballing involved, or colluding, whatever you want to call it. The fact of the matter is this: Colin Kaepernick, he's not the worst. Is he the worst quarterback? Because, like I said, I don't know. I'm about to take a knee right after this video. And Colin Kaepernick, man, I respect what he was doing. This whole lawsuit thing, though, against the NFL, it's kind of, I don't think it's a great look, just for the simple fact that, like I said, we've already proven that the NFL is racist. They have their ideologies from the fucking 50s, and they're going to keep it that way, right? They want to stay. Basically, they want to bring it back to the days when we was three-fifths of a human being, right? That's basically the time they on. So it's like, my whole thing is this: what you filing a lawsuit for? Nigga, fuck them. Let's start our own league. Let's put our funds together. All these people that's, claim to support you, let's come together and see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? And that's easy for me to say because I don't play in the NFL, and that's not how I rely on. I'm not relying on that to feed my family, so I could easily say that. But from the looks of it, I'm pretty sure Colin Kaepernick, I'm pretty sure he got more money than me. And I'm okay. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be fine, you know what I'm saying, in that department. But we'll see what happens, man. It's just, I just wanted to see what the end result is going to be. Is he going to end up back on the plantation? Or are we going to start our own fucking league, man? That's all I want to know. What happens in the aftermath? Well, in the video I did about it, I clearly said that ultimately the conversation needs to be on the discrepancy, the disparity between black ownership in the NFL and the NBA, for that matter, and white ownership. The majority of the owners of the teams, fuck the majority, damn near 100% of them are white. I don't know about the NFL, but I'm only assuming because when you look at the NBA, and that's basically what I was breaking down in my last video, the NBA, there's only one predominantly African American owner in the NBA, and that's Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Principal owner, meaning that he owns the majority of the team, and there's like little partners or whatever the case may be. And Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith have partial ownership in the Philadelphia 76ers, but they're not the principal owner. There's only one principal owner that is African American that I know of, and that's Michael Jordan. That might be all across the board for the NFL, MLB, and the NBA. I'll have to look at that again. But like I said, that to me is a bigger conversation. Do we need more team owners? If we really serious about having the freedom to express ourselves and have our political beliefs and whatever the case may be, disbeliefs, and still play football, just because I don't believe in, a certain doctrine or a certain system, I can't throw a touchdown at the Super Bowl. I can't, shoot a three-pointer. I can't slam dunk at the slam dunk contest because I don't believe in what you believe in. Isn't that what we all talking about right now? With all this shit, when we talking about people getting detained in airports, when we talking about all this division, walls getting put up and all this shit, at the end of the day, if y'all motherfuckers don't want to see our leagues and all this shit, we dominate the game, so y'all not going to take that from us. And that's why you see all those players still doing it. We still going to take the lead. We still, what y'all going to do, get rid of all of us? They can't. And that's really why I'm looking at it like, so why is Colin Kaepernick out of the NFL again? Because the last time I checked, I see everybody taking a knee now. I'm pretty sure he's going to be okay as far as financially. But certain people looking at that whole colluding shit, and they looking at it like, bro, to win a colluding case or suit, you're only to be paid out 2 times the amount of money that you basically were deprived of. And in Colin Kaepernick's case, from what I'm understanding, with my limited knowledge of the NFL, a backup quarterback is only making but so much, if $1 million. So times 2, we're looking at $2 million. And what is that worth it? $2 million for you to shut up and go away? Had peace over violence and corruption and self-destruction. Peace over violence and corruption and self-destruction. Peace over violence and corruption and self-destruction.